Hi guys, I'm Harini Rangarajan. I am the Greens candidate for Morumbidgee. I want to represent your community. I am the youngest candidate in the tertiary elections at the moment. So if you feel like you resonate with our policies, vote one Harini Rangarajan. I'm here at Radio 1%, 91.1, Tadkalagake. Thank you.
तो हमारी अपनी लोकल कम्युनिटी में भी एक कमला हैरिस जैसी एक बहुत ही बबली चबली और पैशनेट पॉलिटिशियंस तैयार हो रही है. शी इज़ वेरी यंग एंड ब्यूटीफुल आई वुड से एंड वेरी बोल्ड एज वेल बिकॉज चलिए उनको वेलकम करते हैं. मेरे साथ हैं हरिणी रंगराजन. शी इज़ मैं तो उनको यही कहता हूँ कमला हैरिस हैं बिकॉज शी इज ऑल्सो बोर्न इन तमिलनाडु. जो वो कहती हैं कमला हैरिस कहती हैं. इनकी भी तमिल हेरिटेज है. वेलकम हरिणी टू आवर रेडियो मनपसंद.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me.
And Harini is representing Greens Party candidate. She's a candidate for Murrumbidgee constituency. Is that correct?
Yeah, Morumbidgee. Actually, right here where the studio is actually.
Oh yes,
So, yeah.
very true, very true. I also live in Murrumbidgee. Harini, how are you feeling?
I'm feeling really good. It's such an honor to be here. Such a popular local show like Radio 1%
Is
has
it?
someone like me on show. Yeah, I feel very grateful. Yeah.
So tell us about yourself. Where are you from? I already told our
Yeah.
listeners that you were born in Tamil Nadu,
Yeah.
back in India.
Yeah.
So when did you come to Australia? And
Actually, my father moved to Australia in '99, actually, which was a very long time ago. And then I was raised here until 2007, and then we went back. And then my parents decided that it was probably a good idea to like raise their kids with culture, expose them to the homeland and everything. So I went back home and I did music so I did classical Carnatic music in India for 10-ish years. And yeah, I came back for year 10 here in Canberra, and it's been going pretty good. Yeah.
okay, so you have classical Carnatic music. You're a musician as well.
Yeah, I am. I play violin and I also sing. Yeah.
Oh, that's very nice.
Yeah,
And-
most Canberrans who come to the Mosan Vishnu Shiva Mandir probably know that I'm always singing there or playing, violin there, and yeah.
That's so lovely. And do you dance as well, or
I don't. That's the one thing I missed out on. I started early, but I couldn't get on it. But if you want me to, I'll learn for you next time.
the Bharatanatyam or something?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. So, are you in a job? Are you a student, or what's your profession?
I was working in the consultancy in the accounting sector when I'm still I'm in university. I feel like I have to mention that I'm 20 years old and I'm in the Australian National University. I'm doing a Bachelor of Finance at the moment. I was working at PwC last year, but then I quit the job because I have to manage this and also uni. So it's a lot of workload. I don't have the privilege that a lot of full-fledged adults do, where they can choose between having a job and also doing this. I have to do university as well. So
Okay,
Yeah.
so what accounting is your?
I do
major-
finance.
Finance.
Yeah.
So finance, and you're planning to become a chartered accountant or economist or something.
Yeah, maybe but my passion mostly is in politics and grassroots movements. So I might actually do something aligning with that in my career, actually. So yeah, it's a very attractive industry to be in finance, especially the field that I'm doing, which is quant finance. Lots of maths related stuff, but also it just doesn't have like the soul. I feel the soul, my passion and my soul lies in talking to people and working with communities, and yeah.
Lovely. So, talking about community, your mom and dad are very much passionate about community work, and he already does so much things to community and Mandir as well. And he's opened a new restaurant called Rasam. Have you been involved in community as well? आप भी कुछ community के लिए?
Yeah, I mean,
Come.
I have been involved in the community ever since I was like an infant, here in Canberra. Like one of the reasons why even after we came back, we had such a like close knit circle here in Canberra is because of what my parents had set up for us before. They've had this good reputation and goodwill that they've created with the Canberra community.
Yeah.
And they're such a like integral part of our Canberra South Asian Indian community, I feel. And those values have also been ingrained within me. so my values are very much about sticking to our people and doing right by our people. I feel so. I've always been involved. I'm almost always at the temple. I'm always singing, like helping dad out. I also work as a waitress at Rasam right now as well, for for a bit of pocket money, and I'm at the front. I'm taking orders and all of that stuff.
Very good.
Like I said, I love working with people, so I love being in the front end of the job. So yeah.
You sound like, you look like you're a very people person, because
Yeah,
आपकी आवाज में वो जो दमखम है ना, because I can see, and you're very, वो आपका जो पर्सनालिटी है या बॉडी लैंग्वेज कहता है कि you are a very people person. तो what made you stand for election? कब आपके अंदर वो एक कहते हैं ना कि एक फ्लेम या ज्वाला, when did it happen?
I think for me, my jwala actually came from my parents' background in politics. My parents in India were very politically involved. I was raised in a household where politics was the topic of conversation every single day. Granted, my parents have completely different political views to what I do.
Okay.
Most Indian parents, there is a new wave of like support for certain right-wing parties in India, and I felt like that community also taught me a lot. They have this power of grassroots movements where they go out onto the street, they do kar seva, they help people out, they do, apart from all of their ideologies, they work with people. And I think that is something that was integral to me and became a part of my personality. So that's what I've always been passionate about. And having that background where you have two parents who are educating you on why politics is important, because politics affects us in our day-to-day life. It's very easy to say I'm not political, but politics is affecting you. Politics affects everybody, so it's everybody's concern.
True.
So I feel like that background definitely set me up to be quite knowledgeable on politics.
Okay.
And now that I have the actual opportunity to get involved on like a person-to-person level, get on the ground, do the service, do the work, make those connections, and I feel like that's my true purpose. And yeah.
पहली बार सुना है कि पेरेंट्स आर पुशिंग यू इनटू पॉलिटिक्स, बिकॉज जनरली हमारे जितने भी देसी इंडियन पेरेंट्स हैं, दे ऑलवेज से डॉक्टर बनो, इंजीनियर बनो, लॉयर बनो, जिसमें पैसा है. पॉलिटिक्स में पैसा नहीं है. पॉलिटिक्स में पावर है, नेम फेम होगा, लेकिन पैसा नहीं है, और एक गंदगी है. दैट्स व्हाट वी सी इंडियन पॉलिटिक्स की अगर बात करें. दे ऑलवेज बोलते हैं एक दलदल है, अब गए तो आप भी खराब हो जाओगे, बदनाम हो जाओगे. देयर इज नथिंग कॉल्ड गुड पॉलिटिक्स. तो आपको ऐसा फील ही नहीं हुआ? आपके पेरेंट्स ने खुद पुश किया?
My parents have always been a bit unconventional because actually there was a point when my dad said, you can quit school, but you should never quit music. So they always encouraged me to pursue other things other than like academics, because we're Indian kids. Academics will come to us very naturally. It's not like that big of a deal, But these life experiences, I feel like we miss out on because of that, push to do well in academics, in studies, in we have to write JEE and NEET, and then we have to get your HSC exams and all of that, right?
Bilkul.
So I really appreciate that they've given me the space to actually grow as a person in multiple like facets, right?
Very
so
good.
be it in music, be it in politics, be it in all the other things that I do. So yeah.
आप इतनी यंग हैं, यू ओनली 20 years old,
Yeah.
स्टूडेंट हैं, यू आर probably the youngest candidate I have ever met या अभी तक की ACT पॉलिटिक्स की हिस्ट्री में.
Yeah.
आपको डर नहीं लगता, या आपको ऐसा नहीं लगता है कि इतने बड़े बड़े एक्सपीरियंस्ड और बड़े क्या कहते हैं कि बुजुर्ग लोग आपके और पुश नहीं करते हैं कि ओ ये तो बच्ची है, शी इज जस्ट यंग, इसके कोई एक्सपीरियंस नहीं है, तो आपको वो नहीं आता फीलिंग की?
Yeah. I always say one thing, right? If people my age are paying taxes, if we can register for the army and serve the country, if we can get married, if we can be arrested and put in jail, then we deserve to have a voice.
And we can vote.
Absolutely, yeah.
You're a voter.
Yeah.
You're a citizen. You're a voter. So
Yeah.
why not?
Yeah, besides, we have such a young population. I feel like young people are no longer connected with politics because when they see everybody in that assembly and they see all white people and they say everyone above 45, 50, they see
Exactly.
these people are not representing me. Where's the person that looks like me? Where's the person who thinks like me and cares about what I want to do?
And so, what do you have to say? Why people don't talk about politics or policies for here in ACT or Canberra or Australia in general?
I think you're right in saying that Canberra is kind of swarg right now. I mean, it is. We live in a very like utopian world.
Chilled ekdam, laid back country.
Yeah. Also, like I feel like a lot of the Canberrans, like like us who have come like a long time ago, are pretty well settled in life. Everyone has that APS job. $200,000 per year. All of that, the full package they have, right? Like super and everything. So it's not like we have anything major to worry about. I think in that conversation, what gets lost is that the people who are being truly affected, and by that I mean younger generations of immigrants who are coming from India, who are struggling to, like we were talking about, who are struggling to get jobs here because their professional certification isn't being, validated here, or young people who are struggling to find housing here because, it's gotten very expensive. Like my parents and you, I'm pretty sure, have like bought houses when the market was good, but now
Absolutely.
it's so bad that young people can't even dream of having their own house
Absolutely.
at any point. Rent is soaring. I think we're also forgetting people who may not be in the same tax bracket as us, who are still struggling, who are working as healthcare professionals, who are mostly from our community as well. Malayalis make up a significant percent of our healthcare industry and our healthcare sector, but essential workers aren't being given the kind of privileges that some of us do have, and I feel like we need to be also thinking about those people as well.
Yep.
So just because we're in a good position doesn't mean that we need to be forgetting those who are also struggling, and I feel like that's what the Greens Party represents.
Okay, talking of the Greens Party, then what are your plans to do? What everything is
Me personally or the Greens Party?
No, you personally, because as you said that ACT तो already स्वर्ग है, already everything is running so smoothly. आपको क्या लगता है कि what do you think that sub three change things really badly needs change right here, right now?
Yeah, I can. There's two aspects to it. There's issues that overbear Canberra, and there's also policies in which you can fix it, right? I'm not going to get into the details of the policy, but I will tell you ways in which I think that Canberra can be a better society in order to be inclusive of all the people who are going to move to Canberra, people who are already here in Canberra, but aren't being, given the same kind of privileges that certain people are, right? And I think number one is making sure that people can actually afford to live in Canberra. Canberra is a very expensive city to live in. Canberra is notoriously has a high housing market, valuation here. We have a lot of new suburbs cropping up that, is so far outside people's affordability here. So when I'm thinking about young families, when I'm thinking about people who want to start a life here in Canberra, I'm thinking about how hostile it is to them and how, the cost of living here in Canberra is actually skyrocketing. So one, we need to address this by making sure that housing is affordable and they actually have an option to go to in case they don't find housing. So this involves investing into our housing sector. That's the one thing that I'm quite passionate about, because I believe that housing is a human right. Everyone deserves to live in a house that is safe, that is comfortable, especially the people who are, coming from India, who believe that this is where they want to raise their kids, and then we can't let them down by not giving them basic human rights and necessities.
That's true.
Right?
Yeah.
So this starts with one, investing in a public housing sector. There are examples of cities like Singapore or Paris where they have extensively invested into public housing because there's a lot of immigrant populations coming in and they're all doing incredibly well. So public housing means that, it doesn't mean that, when we think of public housing, we're thinking of a really poor, bad conditions, last resort option for people.
Right.
The Greens Party, we want to make public housing such that if you feel like you cannot afford a home, then this should be a good choice for you. Not the last choice, but a choice that you would want to consider. So this means that making sure that it's up to quality standards, that it's easily available. There's over 2,000 people right now in the wait list here in Canberra waiting for public housing.
That's true.
And I think one of the greatest issues here in Canberra is the housing crisis, and we need to be tackling that.
One of them is housing.
Yeah, the big one's housing. The
Big
second
ones.
one,
Greens is party in general wants working on it, or you are passionate about
this is
doing?
also part of the Greens policy. Like I said, one of the reasons why I actually joined the party when I was 16 years old. And the reason why I joined is still the reason why I'm running right now, because I feel like they are the party that represents the people whose voices are going unheard.
Always Greens party is considered to be like environmental friendly. हमेशा
Yeah.
Greens की बात करते हैं कि
Yeah.
पेड़ लगाओ, साइकिल पाथ हो, साइकिल से office jao.
Yeah.
Is that true? Matlab, is that what Greens has been saying all these things? कि electric vehicle की जो pushing हो रही है,
Yeah.
कि solar panels
Yeah.
लगाओ. Is that the Greens party is passionate about?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I'm also very passionate about climate change, but it is quite. I think you cannot have climate justice without making sure that people from all walks of life are also taken care of. So just because we are part of the Greens party doesn't mean that we don't have social policies as well. In order to make Canberra a truly equal society and an equitable society, we need to be ensuring that we're not just talking about environment, because environment obviously it's a long-term plan, but what are we doing right now to help the conditions of people who are suffering right now, right? So we are, while the origins of the Greens party was very much environment based, but now we have heavily moving towards the social sector, and because we need justice for people as much as we need climate justice.
What is there for multicultural community in general? Because always मैं जब जाता हूँ community में, उनका यही कहना है कि हमारे लिए क्या है?
Yeah.
हम जो migrants हैं and
I will start off by saying that multiculturalism we need to define correctly, right? If we want to vote for multicultural policies, does that just mean that you vote for, the Indian name on the ballot card, or someone who looks like you, or, who says that they're Indian, right? I feel like a lot of the times when, major parties ask us to, stand for elections, it's very much like they want the Indian vote, so they want to have this one person in every electorate who will get the Indian vote, right? The question is, do these parties care enough to actually make the quality of our lives better, right? And one of the things that I truly believe in is that if you're going to be representing a community, you need to be doing more than just coming to our festivals, taking selfies and posting it on your Instagram. You need to also be making policies that favor our community.
True.
And I'm very proud to say that the Greens policy platform is something that is very inclusive and believes in multicultural justice, because Canberra is a multicultural city. It's not, it's not a white city. It is not an Asian city. We come from all walks of life, and we formed this incredible community where we all, it's sort of become, Canberra culture is very different to Sydney culture or Melbourne culture. We've become a very close-knit community, right?
That's true.
And we believe that justice for multicultural background people starts with recognizing them and giving them the right to make their own decisions. There's over 45,000 people here in Canberra who are on PR status and who don't have the right to vote here. We believe that if they are paying taxes, if they're contributing to our economy, if they're such an integral part of our job force, they get to decide who they're voting for.
Very true.
They deserve voting rights. There's a lot of, the other two major parties probably would not agree with this. They'll be like, because we know that the citizenship process is something that is very complex. And I'm pretty sure you and I both know tons of people who have been living here for years and years who still cannot get the citizenship because of various reasons, right? And we also know that certain groups of people, it's easier for them to get citizenship than certain people who look like us, right? And with that comes the right to vote here in Canberra, and one of our major policy platforms is actually giving permanent residents here the right to vote in local elections, which I feel is very reasonable. The other thing is, like I was talking about, young families who are moving in here are finding it extremely hard to find one, work that is suitable for them, and two, managing cost of living by, in terms of accommodation and all of those things, right? So part of our policy package and part of both the housing one and the job security one is that we want to make sure that housing is actually affordable, so that these people who are moving in actually have a place to stay, right?
Right.
So it's a multi-pronged approach. Instead of thinking about what people already have and what people already have access to. We come from backgrounds that are quite well off, right? I feel like we need to be thinking about the fact that there are certain people who in Canberra that we're forgetting because they don't have the massive salary package. These, the house that they inherited from, so-and-so people, the people who are struggling to even pay rent. Some people have to choose between eating dinner and paying rent sometimes.
That's true.
In our multicultural communities. So
yeah. Another question is why voters should vote for you, and especially the young ones you're probably targeting more, or is it in general?
I'm not saying there is no target. It's just that if you resonate with our policies, if you believe that we need social justice in our city, if you believe that we need actual policy change, and because the two major parties platforms are very much just more of the same, because there's a certain government that has been incumbent for over 26 years, right? And I think people are quite desperate to see change. Like we're living in a very healthy society, yes, but I feel we can do so much more, and people are really feeling it. People are really feeling like as if we need change, we need something different, we need something that is progressive and radical. And if you feel like those values resonate with you, if you feel like you want to ensure a future in which your children have the same amount of security that you do, if you want to make sure that you are leaving behind a world in which your children don't have to struggle to because climate change is a real thing, global warming is a real thing, and it's going to affect our generation and the generations after us. So if you want to leave behind a society that is not hostile to you and that is actually a safe environment for you, be it in terms of climate change, affordability, and all of those things, I would definitely say vote for the Greens Party. I shouldn't say this, but honestly, I'm happy to see any Indian or any South Asian person win from Marambiji, because it's a very I think Malayalis and Nepalis and Punjabis make up a significant percentage of the Marambiji area. We always think that a lot of Indians live north side, but in south side there's a big
Right.
section of South Asian people. So I would be pretty happy even if my other multicultural competitor won. But I think here in Marambiji, there is the conception that this is, a white neighborhood. We need to make sure that we are being represented by people who are going to look out for us. We have certain candidates who are very, conservative, very, who don't align with our values and who are in parliament at the moment. And if you feel like you want to have a future in Marambiji that is hospitable to your family, your future generations of your family, then definitely vote for Harini, because we need young people in parliament, and we need people who have progressive ideas and radical ideas in parliament as well.
No, it is tough competition because the first generation migrants is finding it difficult to enter into politics right now. Maybe the second generation might be able to.
I'm a first generation migrant, by the way.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
That's why first generation migrants always face difficulty.
Yeah.
And as the community sees it, कि ये तो migrant है, यहाँ से पला बड़ा नहीं है. Maybe my kids who are born and brought up here will have better chances to get into the politics or any.
It's about Australian identity, isn't it? So when you migrated, do you feel like you're 100% Australian, or do you still feel like there's a little bit of Indian still? And because that's the question always, right? So how Indian are you versus how Australian are you with first generation migrants?
So how do you target the other broader community in general, जो आप white community की बात करते हैं, उनको कैसे target करती हैं? Because उनको क्या समझाएंगे कि हम मल्टीकल्चरल तो ठीक है, आरिनी का फेस देखा, अमरदीप का देखा, पीसी चलो इसको वोट करते हैं. एंड कुछ मैंने सुना है कि उनको पता भी नहीं कैंडिडेट्स कौन खड़ा है, शक्ल अच्छी है तो वो वोट कर देते हैं. दे लुक फॉर द फेस. अच्छा, बिल बोर्ड पे देखा या वहां पे जो फ्लूट्स ऑन द रोड, अरे ये शक्ल अच्छा है, चलो जाके इसको वोट. दे डोंट इवन रीड अबाउट द कैंडिडेट. सो हाउ इज डिफिकल्ट इट इज और टू टारगेट द अदर non-multicultural.
That makes sense. I think, that's the thing. We can't just say that we're all one multicultural community. We all have different values, right? If you ask the average Chinese immigrant, they might have different worldviews compared to an Indian immigrant. We can't put them in a box, right? But what I think truly unites all of us is that all of us are struggling. Life isn't as rosy as what it used to be several years ago. They started, I keep talking about housing, but that's a big one. People used to actually go to university for free back in the day in Australia. Now I'm already in 20K in debt just because of my student tech debt. Cost of living right now, Woolworths and Coles are going up by 40-50% on the weekly. People cannot afford the regular groceries anymore. And the education system is so bad. I have been talking to Canberrans who refuse to put especially brown people who refuse to put their kids through public education because they fear that they might get bullied or they might not have the support that they require. And so that's the thing. It's not just the multicultural community. It is something that all of us are facing. So education, housing, climate change, these are things that's common to everybody. So I feel like it is, I feel like this platform is one that is universal and that looks out for people who are victims of all of these of all of these structures that are being controlled by corporations, I feel.
Lovely, nice talking to you, Harini, and I think we are running out of time. And wish you all the best. आपको बहुत सारी शुभकामनाएं, बधाई, and congratulations. You are one of the youngest, I am saying. और इतना पैशन आपके अंदर जुनून है, एंड यू गॉट सो मच एनर्जी, सोलर एनर्जी के साथ साथ यू आर ब्रिंगिंग योर ओन, क्या कहते हैं, यूथफुल एनर्जी इनटू दिस एसीटी पॉलिटिक्स. आई एम श्योर. तो आपको बधाई, शुभकामनाएं, एंड जस्ट प्रे फॉर द बेस्ट. वो हम बोलते आ रहे हैं, बेस्ट पर्सन विन. और बस, लेकिन आप अपनी कोशिश जारी रखिए, एंड लव टॉकिंग टू यू आपको. एंड आई एम श्योर जो लोग सुन रहे हैं, जी हाँ, प्लीज फॉलो हरिणी. एंड और कभी बात करें, you're around the shops, you can go and
I do a lot of stalls around Kulman Court, so definitely do say, or I'll knock on your door and we can have a chat. Yeah.
Thank you, and you can follow Harini on greens.org.au/ACT and
Rangarajan Greens on Instagram.
Rangarajan Greens on Instagram. Okay, चलिए, thank you. जाते जाते हरिणी के ही पसंद का एक प्यारा सा गीत. She is a fond of अरिजीत सिंह वेरी. तो चलिए, उनके मनपसंद गीत सुनते, छन्ना मेरे यहाँ. जी हाँ, अच्छा, चलता हूँ, मैं भी चल रहा हूँ. आप लोग खुश रहिए, मस्त रहिए, बिंदास रहिए, हंसते रहिए, मुस्कुराते रहिए, एंजॉय द वेदर, एंड लगे रहिए, सुनते रहिए रेडियो मनपसंद 24/7 तड़का लगा के.
Thank you so much. That was amazing.
Thank you. How was it? Good?
It was good, yeah. You're such a professional. I love how RJs always have it, like they always know what to say, and yeah, really good, yeah.
Love talking to you, I think.
Thank you so much. Thank you, yeah.
All the best.